We're trying to get this never-ending truck project finished because I only work on it an hour here, an hour there. So, but we're getting this headache rack put on, and I'm trying to finish up getting it affixed to the bottom of the truck. But I'm not welding any of this stuff to the truck. Everything is bolted onto the truck. These things are too complicated. Anyway, but yeah, got this all customized to fit on here, 30,000 pound fifth wheel gooseneck hitch, and but getting this headache rack put on, it's been a good time following the contour of the truck. It also swept back, so I'm not totally pleased. I might cut this so it goes up straight, but we'll remount the bed on here to see if it works. But anyway, just cut these brackets here. I'll show you this. Anyway, use the plasma cutter and just cut this. What is this? 3/16 steel, and cut it with a plasma cutter. Just cleaned it up a little bit, ground it. Now I'm going to weld it to the bottom of this to give myself a tab. So this is going to go underneath here like this, tight against the frame rail, and then I'll put a 16 millimeter hole in there with a bolt through, just like these. And then, like I said, it can all be unbolted. But man, I mean, just already, it is stable. But I like to make sure it's permanent. Permanent, but not permanent. But anyway, you get the drill. We were talking earlier about, investing in your business. Some people are afraid to invest in their business, and I always say take care of business, business will take care of you. Now, I can also go overboard. The other day I worked 21 hours straight, so I mean that's super great for kids and family. Not, but it's with an end goal of trying to provide more, and so there are some sacrifices you make sometimes. Probably wouldn't have to work that many hours. You want to try to spread it out some, have a little bit more balance, but I'm trying to get quite a few things done all at the same time, so you go through a couple year sacrifice and but I do plan on slowing down. But anyway, you want to invest in your business. Some people are afraid to put money into stuff, and I'll go out and spend $300,000-$400,000 or something on a tool that I know is going to make me money down the road, or again and again, or make my life easier. I got $7,000 in welding and steel cutting equipment, so I can finish a job like this. But a job like this would normally pay $25,000. So including not just fabrication and stuff, but also the bed and stuff that's going on it. And and I use it over and over and over again. It gives me independence. I don't have to take all the stuff, truck it someplace, get it welded, waste time and stuff. I just go right out. I know what I want to do, buy my steel, cut it, get it finished, get it installed, and move on to the next project. And so whatever your business is, you want to make sure you invest in it. Some people say, well, I don't want to spend that money. I want to, it's not going to give me as much expenditure at home and stuff like that. But think about it. You buy that tool, and you want to be smart about the tools you buy. But if you buy a tool that's going to make you money, well, then you've just created a perpetual income. And so you might forego whatever that was that you wanted to buy at home, or whatever it was you wanted to spend it on, but you're going to make that money to where you can go buy that 100 times after that, if you make that one sacrifice now. And so, but yeah, that's kind of what we were talking about earlier, is just investing in your business. And that's, I think it's always a smart move to do. Plus, when you're investing in yourself, you're investing in your independence versus,
wow, that's a good way to look at that.
When you have a job, you're only as secure as that business is going to be staying in business. And I'm not saying that a job is a bad idea. Hey, it's 100% income home. You're always in the black, pensions, retirements, etc. I think it's fantastic. I'm just saying there is, unless you don't have some other skill to fall back on, whether that be your college education or some other skill set that you have, to where if something happens to that job, if there's a layoff, if there's a downturn in the economy, you've got to have something else to fall back on. And but anyway, if you are already self-employed and you aren't working at a job, you really need to focus on investing in your business so that you can always have something, regardless of what happens with the economy, what happens with anything otherwise.
I like that. When you invest into your business, you mentioned you invest into your own freedom. Mm-hmm. That's powerful.
You certainly do. You certainly do. And a lot of times there's there's lost time. You know, there's a saying, a jack of all trades, master of none, and I do get that. And you know, I'm not a master of any of my trades, but I certainly have a wide spectrum of skill sets to where anything that comes at me, I have a lot of confidence and knowledge base to where I can deal with it when that time comes.
Wow.
And if one business fails and falls out, it's okay, because I've got a whole other skill set that I can fall back on, communicate with people, network, create the business quickly as possible, because I've already learned that skill set. Now, there's a lot of ramp up time. There was a lot of lost time. It's very possible it's a lot of wasted education. But what's, you know, and many times I thought to myself, this has been sort of a wasted experience. When am I going to ever use this again? But what's strange is about 3, 4, 5 years later, it pops up again. And an opportunity might come up to make some extra money in something else, and all of a sudden I say, well, I've done that before. I can do that real quick. I'm a little slow over here. You know, I can go do this you know, this skill set that I have. And now it all made it worth it. So you never know when you're going to use it again, and sometimes you may never ever use it again. But a lot of times you learning it and mastering it and getting it down gave you the confidence to be able to take on other challenges. But so people say, gosh, you know, why is it I'm getting a college education? And I say, listen, if you can afford to go to college, you can get grants, or you can get, you know, some way to go. I always recommend going, even if you don't use a degree. And why is that? It gave you the confidence to complete something, right?
It did.
Completion, finish it. It gives you wonderful confidence. Yeah, I'm not an architect anymore, right? Mm-hmm. But I have that degree, which to give me a confidence to say, I made it through that, I can make it through this, and it was a stepping stone for me. It taught me how to think, too. When you come out of high school, they don't necessarily always teach you how to think, but university taught me how to think. Using architecture here, angles and stuff. I mean, right?
Yes.
What was my degree? I had to go get a protractor. And I mean, this is real simple. This is geometry, not so much architecture. But because I've done architecture and stuff, I had an understanding of stresses. I had an understanding of you know, where pressure is going to come from, how I wanted to stabilize it. And so I was using some of that degree here today, 28 years later, right? It helped me out. Sure, I don't know if it was worth 4-year degree and whatever $100,000 just to build a headache rack, which I could pay somebody else to do. But because I already had these tools and equipment and knowledge, I went ahead and did it, and I used that skill set or that knowledge towards today. I don't know.
Wow.